name's Andy Hillier and today's guitar lesson is going to be on the awesome track that is Dream On by one of my favourite bands, Aerosmith. Just a cool track. In this video I'm going to teach you the whole song all the way through, all the guitar parts. Just before I do though, if you wouldn't mind subscribing to my channel, which is Andy Hillier, give me a like on the video, leave me some comments in the comment section including what songs I should do next. And if you love what I'm doing, you want to support me and you want to print the tabs off for this, then I'll put it on my Patreon page. I'll leave a link to that in the description. My guitar is in standard tuning. We've got a lot to get through. We've got 3 pages of this. Okay, the first line of the intro sounds like this. So to play that, I'm going to use my first finger E4, third finger on B6, and my second finger on G5. And we're going to play the E and B strings at the same time, so E4 and G6 at the same time, and then play the G string. So you got, it does that twice, so you get. Then you have to change to what I think of as a diagonal line. First finger on E3, second finger on B4, and third finger on G5. And you can do the same idea, E and B strings, and then the G, and do that twice. So you get, so bar 1 slowly. And then into bar 2, and we're going to switch the first and second fingers round. So the second finger goes down to E4, and the first finger comes up to B3. Same right hand. So far we've got. And then the first and the second fingers are going to move down 1 fret. So your first finger goes on B2, your second finger on E3, and then I use my little finger on G5, and then the same right hand. So the whole of that first 2 bars go. Into bar 3, and it starts the same as bar 1. So you get, but then we're going to go to E6, B6, and G5, same right hand. And then put your little finger on E8, we're in bar 4 now, and play the E8 and the E8 and B6, back to the G5, E8 and B6 to the G5, and then you just play the E8 and B6. So bar 4. Let's just play bars 3 and 4. You get. So let's try and play the whole line. Here we go. On to the second line of the intro, and it's the first 2 bars are exactly the same as the first 2 bars of the first line. So you got. The next bar is the same as well, bar 7. But then it changes from bar 8 and we get. So to play that, B6 and E8, you're going to play it twice. Then E6 and B6. And then E4 and B6. And then back to E6 and B6. So bar 8 you get. And then bar 9, E8 and B9, and you can do that twice. Then E6 and B8, then E4 and B6. And then another hit on that. So you get... So bars 8 and 9 together go. So let's do the whole of that second line of the intro slowly. And then we get the next line, which is a bit tricky, it's a pretty hard line. It sounds like this. So to play that, starts with G6, then G5, and you do that 4 times again, 6, 5, 6, 5, 6, 5, 6, 5. And then into bar 11, the fast bit, play G6, G5, and then slide down to fret 3, so. And then G5 and slide back up to G6. So you got. Then B5, B6, slide up to B8. And then you're going to play B6, B8, slide up to B9, then B8, B9, slide up to 11. So up to that first 11. So far you've got. And you could hammer on those notes going up the, or you could play the, and then slide. Whichever way you prefer is fine. And then we get this little trill bit, so go. So we're on the third last note of bar 11. And we're going to play the B9, hammer on to the B11, and then pull off back to the B9 to get. Then into bar 12, similar idea, we're going to play the B8, hammer on to B9, pull off to the B8, and then slide down to fret 6. And then similar idea, B6, hammer on to B8, pull off to the B6, slide down to B4. So you've got, if we go from the last 3 notes of bar 11, you get. And then B4, hammer on to B6, pull off back to B4, slide down to B2, then you play B2, slide down to B1, and then slide all the way up to B13. So again, from the last 3 notes of bar 11, we've got. So slowly, bars 11 and 12 go. And up speed. So there you go, that's the tricky part, over and done with. And then the next line starts the verse, which is the same as the first 4 bars of the intro. So we've played that already, that goes around 4 times. And then the next line is the bridge, slightly different, we go. So to play that, starts the same, E4, B6 and G5. You play the E and B and then the G, does that twice. Then play E3 with the first finger, B6 with the little finger, and third finger on G5. So you play the E and B, then the G5, and then your little finger moves down to B5. So you play E3 and B5, and then the G5. So hopefully that makes sense. Bar 15. Bar 16 goes back to 4 on the E string, 6 on the B string, and G5. And and then E3 and B6 to the G5. So bars 15 and 16 go. And then bars 17 and 18 just go G6, G5. It does that 8 times. And that takes us to the chorus, where we've got so to play that, there's 2 different rhythms that you can play on this, because there's a couple of guitars playing. So starting off with an F power chord, which is A8 with the first finger and D10. So we hit those at the same time. And then another hit on those. Then move down 2 frets to A6 and D8. That's an E flat power chord. 2 hits on that. Then move down another 2 frets to A4 and D6. Again, 2 hits on that. Then back to the E flat. So you could play this rhythm. Or you could play just straight, because on the left-hand guitar it goes. Or one extra one, you could put the 2 together and go. Whichever rhythm you want, and bars 21 and 22 are exactly the same. So the whole line you get. So that's the first chorus. Then there's a little interlude, which I've put sort of 2 parts together, and it goes. So it starts the same as like the intro. But then there's another guitar part over the top which goes, which is E1, E3, E4, A1, A2, A3, G1, and then D3. So you get. And then I've just jumped back to the other guitar part where you go. So hopefully that makes sense. So the whole line goes. So that's kind of a mix of 2 guitar parts. It then goes to a verse, which is exactly the same as what we've done before. It does that 4 times, and then we get the next chorus, which we're going to play something slightly different. We've got. So it starts with the same chords, F, E flat, D flat and E flat. I'm just doing each one twice. So. And then we get this little, which is G5 and then D3 4 times. Then G5 and then 4 D5s. So you get, so bar 31. Then G5 to D6. Then G5 to G3. So bars 31 and 32 you get. And then bars 33 and 34 just go. Which is just G6 and G5 just alternating. So that's the second chorus. And then on to the next line, and we've got the guitar solo, and it sounds like this. So to play that, we're going to start with this kind of like D minor shape. First finger E4, third finger on B6, second finger on G5. And you play the G5, E4, B6, G5, E4, B6. So, and then play another G5. So you got, then E6, B6, G5. It goes down that same notes another 2 times. So E6, B6, G5, E6, B6, G5. So the bar 35 goes. And then bar 36, we're going to play E8, B6 and G5, and then go down those notes again. So you've got, then play E8 and slide up to E13, and then you hit it. So it goes. So the first 2 bars. And then the next 2 bars, 37 and 38, go. Which is E8, B6, E8, B6, B6, E8, B6, B6, and then G5. So that's bar 37. And then, so bar 38, B6, B6, E8, B6, then B8, then B8, bending up a semitone. So that bar. So bars 37 and 38 together go. On to the next line of the guitar solo, and we get. So to play that, sort of starts the same shape, but it does a weird rhythm. Play G5, E4, and then go E4, B6, G5, E4, B6, G5, and then E6. So you've got, and then play a G5, E6, B6, and G5. So the whole bar. And then into bar 40, E8, B6, G5, and go down those again. Then E8, slide up to E13, and hit it again. Same like we did on the first line of the solo. So slowly, the first 2 bars of that line go. And then the last bar of that line goes. Which is just E8, B6, E8, 2 B6, E8, and then 2 B6s. So you get. So the whole of that line goes. Then on to the next line, which is the chorus. We've done it already, exactly the same as before. And then this next line is a cool little guitar lead part, which goes. So to play that, G6, G5, G6, G5, then G8 twice, a little blues curl on that second G8, then D10 twice, so you got, and then G10, G8, D10, and G8. So the whole of that bar goes. And then bar 47 you get, which is a bend on G10, then E8, B8, B11, B8, G10, and then G8. That's the first half you got. And then the last phrase, which is D10, G8, G10, B8, G8, and then B11 bending up a tone. So bar 47 slowly goes. So the whole line. And then the next line is the bit we've seen Dream On. It goes like this. So for that, B flat power chord, A1 and D3, and you're going to hit it da, da, da. Move up 2 frets to a C power chord, A3 and D5, same rhythm. Then move up 1 more fret to A4 and D6, same rhythm. Then up another 2 frets and then just play it twice going. So bars 48 and 49 go. Then we get a cool little lead guitar part that goes. So B16, bend it up a tone 4 times. Into the next bar, we're going to bend it up and then play it normally. And then play B13 to G15. So we've got then G13 to D15. And then the last little bit, a little run down the F blues scale. Plays D13, B15, B14, B13, E16, E13. So bars 50 and 51 go. On to the next line, and the first 2 bars are the same. You got and then on the end of that, bars 54 and 55, we've got a different run which goes. Which is A8, A6, E8, A6, A8, and D6. Then A8, D8, D6, A8, D6, quick slide up to D10, and then 2 G8s back to a D10. So bar 54 slowly. Bit faster. Then the next bar, bar 55, you've got, which is G10, then G8 3 times, back to G10, then B9 twice, G10, B9, and then you're going to play the B11 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times and gradually build it up the bend. Okay, so bars 54 and 55 together go. Next bar starts the same. But then does exactly the same thing, but on the E string. So fret 1 on the E and A3. So E1 and A3. then hits it again, and then plays E3 and A5, hits it again, then E4 and A6, then hits it again, then 2 hits on E6 and A8. So hopefully that makes sense. So those first 4 bars of that line just go. Then we've got 2 bars of just going. So G6, G5. And then the outro is just like the chorus, we've done it before. Those first 2 bars repeat 3 times, and then you get that same run that we had before. You just play the G5 and it holds on till the end of the song. Well, quite a lot to get through there. Hopefully you've enjoyed this lesson. Hopefully you've got all the way through it. If you have, let me know in the comments. If you have enjoyed it, if you wouldn't mind subscribing to my channel, which is Andy Hillier, give me a like on the video, press the notifications. I love to hear from you, so please leave me some comments in the comment section. Let me know where in the world you're from, what you thought of the video, and more importantly, what songs I should do next. And if you love what I'm doing, you want to support me, support the channel, and you want to print the tabs off for this, then I'll put them on my Patreon page. I'll leave a link to that in the description. Well, thanks for watching this. I do appreciate it. I've been Andy Hillier, and I'll see you next time.